Hello everybody, I hope you are fine and everything is good. I am Tawfeeq Alghazali from Iraq, the director of Islamic University in Najaf, and also the author of an article that published in International Journal of Science and Research. Actually, this e-presentation is a very simple present to International Journal of Science and Research, and I hope it will be benefit and accepted for all readers and listeners. The focus of this discussion is about the concept of theme and rheme, simple and multiple themes, unmarked and marked themes, focus information, relational information, emphasis on the new information in rheme, textual theme, and conclusion. Actually, because there is no sufficient time to explain all these items, so I'll try to cover all these material but in a brief. Theme and rheme in Arabic. Before we talked about Arabic, we should know what is Arabic language. Arabic is a member of Semitic language family, which itself is part of the wider Afro-Asiatic phylum. There are three distinct forms of Arabic: classical or Quranic, formal or modern standard Arabic, and spoken or colloquial Arabic. It also has three types of sentences: normal, verbal, and semi-sentence. Nominal sentence begins with a noun. That's why we call it nominal sentence. Like Ali yaktubu al-darsa. Ali writes the lesson. Verbal sentence begins with a verb. Like yaktubu aliyu al-darsa. Writes Ali the lesson. While semi-sentence begins with a prepositional phrase, like في الحديقة أشجار كبيرة. In the garden there are big trees, as defined in gregarious way. As for Mathesius, theme is the part that comes first, and rheme remains the following part. In general, theme carries the old information, while the rheme carries the new information. Danius defines theme as the elements placed in the beginning of the sentence. His main contribution is represented by the concepts of the thematic progression, in which he shows how theme becomes the rheme in the following clause, and how theme is represented in consequence clauses. While Fairbass theme rheme classification refers to the organization of the clause as message. Theme is what is spoken about, whereas rheme is what is said about the theme. Here there are some examples about theme and rheme in Arabic language. Steedman argues that a theme is what the participants have agreed to talk about, while rheme is the speaker's new contribution on the subject of the theme, as in the example below. Zaydun najihun. Zayd is successful. Actually, this type of sentence is called verbless sentence. In verbless sentence, there is no auxiliary verb or any verb. See, Zaydun najihun. Zayd end with the suffix un. That means this case marker refers to third person singular and masculine. Najihun also there is suffix un, refers to third person singular and masculine. But here the auxiliary verb is understood from the context. Will be our subject in the next research paper. So, Zaydun Najihun. Zayd is successful. Zayd is the theme, while successful or Najihun is the rhyme. In other words, Zaydun is a person about whom something is said, whereas Najihun is what is said about Zayd. The rhyme classification, theme rhyme classification, was studied first by the Pragan linguists. The function of theme and rhyme. According to Halliday, language contains three major functions: the ideational function, the interpersonal function, and the textual function. The ideation function indicates a strategy to express our experience of the world. The interpersonal function refers to a strategy to establish and maintain social relationship. And textual function refers to strategy to create texture and to make language operationally relevant as a linguistic unit. The clause can be analyzed according to the ideational, interpersonal, and textual meanings as in the example below. ليلى كتبت القصيدة. In ideational function, Layla is the actor. كتبت is a process, while القصيدة is the goal. Interpersonal function, Layla is subject. كتبت is predicator. And القصيدة object. While in textual function, Layla is the theme, and the rest of the sentence, كتبت القصيدة, is the rhyme. A simple theme is realized by a single element in the clause. The theme indicates an ideational meaning. Hence, the theme represents a process, a participant in the process, or circumstance associated with the process. The simple theme is also called the topical theme. The ideational theme can be recognized as the first element in the clause that expresses some kind of representational meaning. The following example clarify this. أنا أدير الفندق. I manage the hotel. أنا or I is the theme, while the rest of the sentence أدير الفندق manage the hotel is the rhyme. A multiple theme, on the other hand, consists of, in addition to the ideational element, one more element expressing interpersonal and or textual meaning. The interpersonal theme precedes the topical theme. The interpersonal theme includes the finite element, the WH element, the vocative, and the adjunct. WH element signals that the addressee should present an answer, as in the example below. لما لا تستطيع الحضور الليلة. لما means why. لا not. تستطيع you can. الحضور come. الليلة tonight. So لما لا تستطيع الحضور الليلة means why can't you come tonight. Why or لما carries the theme, while the rest of the sentence Can't You Come Tonight is the Rheme, unmarked and marked theme. It is generally assumed that theme in the typically unmarked form bears the burden of conveyance of giving information, and Rheme serves as the conveyor of new information. Marked theme as variation of unmarked theme in certain context is supposed to fulfill the following function of the transmitting information. Focused information mapped on the marked theme is foregrounded. That is, its salience function is fulfilled. Such predominantly marked information usually embedded the characteristics of uniqueness and exhaustiveness, as in علي اسمه. Ali, his name is. Relational information, it normally exists itself as an individual tone group to convey new information. That is, such clauses often have double tone groups. One tonic salience falling on the marked theme and the other on subsequent element of the clause, mostly likely terminal. For example, إنه سالم الذي كسر النافذة. It was Salim who broke the window. This type of sentence called cleft sentence. It was Salim who broke the window. And the purpose of this sentence is to focus and to show the relation between the subject and the relational information. That is what is happening to Salim. It was Salim. That means it was Salim. The focus on Salim. There is Salim and no one else. Who broke the window? The relation between window and Salim. الذي كسر الزجاجة. Who broke the window? That means Salim and no one else who broke the window. This is the focus and also the relational information. Emphasis on the new information in Rheme. In written Arabic, marked theme seems to have a particular function of arranging a close sequence in order that end focus falls on the most important part of the information. Therefore, marked theme is likely to perform the function highlighting new information in Rheme. على الشجرة كان هناك بعض البرتقال الكبير. On the tree, there were some large oranges. على means on. الشجرة, the tree. كان means where. هناك, there. بعض, some. البرتقال, the oranges. الكبير, the large. So, على الشجرة كان هناك بعض البرتقال الكبير. On the tree, there were some large orange. على أو on the tree means the theme. على الشجرة, on the tree is the theme. While there were some large oranges. كان هنالك بعض البرتقال الكبير is the rheme of the sentence. Textual theme. The textual theme occurs at the first part of the theme and coming before the interpersonal theme. The textual theme are represented in يا ولدي العزيز أنا لست في 50 من العمر. Oh my dear boy, I'm not 50 years old. Or an textual theme. يا ولدي العزيز, my dear boy. interpersonal theme. أنا or I, it's ideational theme. لست في الخمسين من العمر. I'm not 50 years old. All these is Rheme. In fact that in the unmarked sequence of these elements in the multiple theme, the textual theme comes first, followed by the interpersonal theme, which is in truth followed by the ideational theme. Conclusions. We reach to the following conclusions. First, the writer or the speaker decides where to start the sentence, and the beginning of each sentence is its theme. The rest of the sentence tells the reader or the listener something about the theme, and the rest of the sentence is called Rheme. The theme is the framework of the point of the departure of the message. The Rheme is what the addresser wants to convey about the theme. Secondly, a clause can be analyzed ideationally, interpersonally, and textually. Thirdly, when the three types of theme are present in the clause, the textual theme should come first, followed by the interpersonal theme, which should in turn be followed by the ideational theme. Finally, the operator is the theme in a polar interrogative clause, while the WH element is the theme in content interrogative clause. Thanks a lot for your patience, and I hope you spent a useful and interesting time. Thank you.